Hi traders, hope you're doing well. Welcome to my video on broadening formations. I'm going to show you how you can use this formation to capture moves such as these for 150 pips. That one and this one around 150 pips. So this is a euro dollar 1 hour chart. I'm using the MT4 trading platform. You can use any trading platform, any trading instrument, Forex, stocks, cryptos, indices, commodities, etc., and any chart time frame. I'm using the 1 hour chart because I find that the higher chart time frames tend to be more reliable because they contain more price data. That applies to candlestick patterns, price action, technical indicators. Okay, so the 1 hour, 4 hour, daily, weekly, and monthly charts I tend to look at. Okay, so that being said, what we're going to do is look for these broadening formations within trends. So the first thing we have here, we can see a clear downtrend in the market. Once we've established the trend direction, we can then look for the broadening formation. So this is basically going to be marking off support and resistance that are broad. So basically like a widening channel. Okay. So you can see here in this trend, this is one of the first instances of a broadening formation. We mark the resistance there, okay, and then we mark the support along here. Okay, so if I just zoom in for you, we would have been here on our chart. We would have seen, okay, the market is on a nice trend downwards. I'll just draw a fresh trend line for that, and we're going to be looking to enter in this trend. Okay, so we draw the formation with the resistance and the support, and then we're going to wait for a breakout of the support level, which is what we get here. So this will be our entry point, and that's it. It's really that simple. I mean, this is the way that I interpret the broadening formations. I like to see multiple instances of the support and the resistance being touched, ideally at least 5. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For me, that's strong enough resistance and strong enough support here as well. It doesn't have to touch exactly on the line. I mean, even these I've come close enough to show me this is strong resistance and this here is strong support. Okay, and we're on a downtrend, so we're going to sell. I mean, some traders would look to sell on a reversal from the resistance, which is fine. That can get you in the trade earlier, which would be up here. In this instance, you also have a nice bearish candlestick pattern there. Okay, so that would have been potential confirmation for that trade. You could have even marked support within this broadening formation. So here, this level of support, and traded on the breakout there, as you can see with this big candle. But if we zoom out for the overall picture, that is an obvious broadening wedge within downtrend. It's emphasized by the fact that after we have this breakout here, can you see these levels? There, there, and there. This support has now become resistance, which for me emphasizes the significance of this line of support, which has now become resistance. Would have been a good time to get into this trend. Around 150 pips and counting. Be interesting to see how this plays out. Just had a break below the support level there, so expect some downward momentum potentially coming back to here. I'll be honest, I mean, I wouldn't only trade the broadening formation. It's something I would be aware of, but from this high here, that triple top formation there, this level of support, okay, a breakout there would have got you in much earlier. This is not a broadening wedge, but it's still a breakout nonetheless. Okay, as potentially some traders may have marked this level and traded this breakout. Okay, support, 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 and this is almost forming a wedge. Okay, see that wedge pattern? I do have videos on wedge patterns as well. So you could have actually gotten in earlier here. I'd say there's another entry as well here. Okay, this is another wedge type pattern. It's almost like the opposite of a broadening pattern. You can see how rather than price getting wider as it does here, it's just squeezing, getting tighter and consolidating more until you have that inevitable breakout there to the downside. Obviously, we're taking sell trades because we're in a downtrend. But yeah, so I wouldn't take it as gospel to only trade the broadening pattern. There's many other ways you can draw your support and resistance. It just so happens that in this instance, it forms the broadening formation. Okay. Yeah, one thing about these broadening formations as well is they can be open to interpretation. What somebody sees as one broadening formation may not be what somebody else does see. Okay, so for example, somebody might be drawing their lines over here somewhere. I'll just remove that trend line so you don't get confused. Somebody might say, okay, this is my broadening formation here. Yeah, you see support, resistance, resistance, support. They can be open to interpretation. So you don't have to be so rigid with your lines. You can just draw them as you feel. And there's a difference between some people might use the candle body, some might use candle wicks. Personally, for me, I like to keep things as simple as possible. It's good to be aware of such formations, and I will just mark my support and resistance on the chart. And if they happen to form a broadening pattern, then that's just the way that it is. Just as if they form a wedge, it's a wedge. I'm not deliberately looking to draw a wedge. You know, you might draw this area like that, and then that's a bearish flag pattern, a downwards trend, and your flag here. So just draw your lines as you feel comfortable, and it depends. Are you looking to catch, you know, you're happy to zoom out and capture just part of an overall trend, or do you want to get in early, as early as possible? Let's put potential breakout here. Are you looking at short-term support and resistance, or are you looking at the long-term? Okay. Generally speaking, the more that resistance and support level has been tested, the stronger it tends to be, and then that can lead to bigger breakouts. When we are in trends such as this downtrend here, you can usually get away with, you know, a couple of touches and then a nice breakout. It's actually an M pattern form there as well. See the letter M. There we go. Ooh. So the up, down, and then the breakout below. Stop loss, I would place, if we're trading this breakout, there's another M pattern there, see that? Forming an M and a nice breakout below. Stop loss I place above recent highs in a downtrend. So here, if we traded that breakout, if we were trading this breakout, place it here. And if we're trading this broadening formation, I have the breakout there, just place it above that high. And after the pullback and the continuation, we can lock in the trade at break even plus the highs as well, potentially closing some of the position on the way down here. Okay. So that's an example of a broadening formation in a downtrend. Here we have one in an uptrend. Again, open to interpretation. I mean, I've just drawn it like that because it's the obvious points of resistance and support in this particular trend as it was commencing up here. Okay. But then others may have marked it differently. I mean, let's see what would the options have been. I don't know. Somebody might have said, okay, this is going to be my broadening formation within that broadening formation. So they are open to interpretation. You can obviously mark multiple formations on your chart as well. Okay, that's like a nice reverse wedge pattern / broadening formation. And a breakout to the upside there, or the one that I had originally, this wider one here. had the level tested multiple times, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then eventually the breakout up here. The thing about this broadening formation and broadening formations in general is I find they sometimes can lead to delayed entries, which is, as I said, I wouldn't be deliberately looking for them. If my support and resistance lines forms a broadening formation, then so be it. I'm not gonna, deliberately try and mark them off. I'd much rather just go with obvious levels of recent support and resistance, like this channel here. You can see this level of support has been tested and hold it up well. This level of resistance, and then we have a breakout, as you can see from that big candle in an upwards trajectory there. Could have been a good potential entry into this trend. Okay, so they can be open to interpretation, same as not just in terms of how to draw them. I'll just remove this to avoid confusion, but not just how to draw the broadening formation, but also how to trade it. As I said, some people will trade the breakout, which would be here. Okay, others would trade the reversal. That might not be as early as here because we haven't had the extra touch up there, but if somebody had drawn their pattern, I don't know, say like this, okay, using these levels of resistance, that 1, 2, 3, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. Okay, someone may have been right. This is a good level of support. This is a good level of resistance. I'm going to trade a reversal to the upside there. Okay, and if we just hone in there, you can, after following that red bar, it's bullish. There's some bullish candlestick patterns there. The market's making higher lows. That arguably could have been a better point of entry. Okay, so again, open to interpretation. Draw your lines as you deem fit. I mean, I can even see one here. A broadening formation. Yep, you can see that there. This time it was a natural reversal to the upside. This is a bear trap. This is a bear trap when we had a downtrend starting where from here. So we had a downtrend. As people tried to, some traders were looking to get in this trend around this level of support. This level, probably this level, breakout of this level. Okay, so people are trying to sell too late here following this move. They got caught out. It's known as a bear trap. Okay. Let me just draw the line there. It's basically people got trapped. The bears got trapped here. Price turned around, trigger stop losses, and then we see this good momentum to the upside. I do have a video on the bear trap trading strategy. This can be an effective strategy for catching reversals. Taking advantage of bear traders making a mistake. So yeah, the broadening chart formation, as I said, I wouldn't go deliberately looking for it on my charts. If it so happens that I'm watching a particular setup unfold and my lines form a broadening formation, it can give that extra confirmation. No need for technical indicators if you're trading this. I mean, that's my preferred way to trade, to be honest, is just price action, support and resistance, and as always, good money management with a relatively tight stop loss to cut losing trades short and let winning trades run. For example, where was the original broadening formation? How did I have it? It was like that. Okay. So for example, on this trade, had we have taken that, maybe stop loss just below this low here, so around 15 to 20 pips. And then we still have a potential of 150 pips on this move here. So it gives a really favorable risk to reward ratio, and had price turned around and triggered our stop loss, we would only had a small loss, and we just need to catch one of these big moves to make back our loss and more. So even if we had consecutive losing trades for 15 odd pips, it's still not too detrimental, because we know that when we capture a big move, we can get some substantial pips. Okay. We do that by using a trailing stop to maximize the move as much as possible. Trailing on the lower on the recent low or the recent high, and then closing part of the position if we want on the way up to bank some pips. Okay, well, hopefully that's helped give you an idea of the broadening formation and how you can implement it within your trading strategy. I do appreciate you watching. If you could please like and subscribe, that would be great. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.